Peace and blessings. This is going to be a show that is kind of inspired, but listen, we here. We got Barber J, Justin Spamp, Jay Spamp. He back. We got Sophie the Great in all purple.
I'm always here.
And
this is my chair.
Your boy Jamar Lee back in the building. What time you got, baby?
Okay, 8:22.
8:22. We're gonna do something special for today. It's gonna be a short, sweet show. A lot of us are in awe. We got Jeezy playing in the background to get us ready. We just gonna enjoy today and just kind of freelance. Well, I wouldn't say freelance. Just
reflecting. Reflecting on the Mamba. Let's just put it. Yeah, this is episode Mamba.
Yeah.
This is the episode. Is a lot of this gonna be dedicated to Kobe and just. Yes.
And we're gonna throw our 2 cents in and kind of make it relevant with our lives.
Sure.
Besides Jay Spamp, he gonna try to finagle his way.
Man, he back.
He back.
Yeah. He's back. He's excited.
He better be excited.
I'm gonna fill you guys in on the time I've missed.
Sweet. Hey,
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You want hoop after this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
You got a flat ball?
I think I got my balls in the car.
Hey man, I'm looking forward to coming to the game Saturday. We're gonna be there.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. And then I'm rolling.
I told GB I'm gonna come back home after that.
Okay, cool.
And then, but
because mine is at 1. The one his nephew's at 7.
Like 7. Yeah.
I'm sorry, we getting off subject.
We not.
We excited
talking about our love for the game.
Yeah, we excited.
My guy here is a coach, coaching a great team. So
and hopefully we go city tournament. We should.
All right, y'all. It's time.
Yeah.
It is 8:24. So what we gonna do is in honor of Kobe.
Yep.
We gonna shoot balls.
Yep.
Say Kobe.
Mine was the closest hitting the camera.
Man, whatever. My cheddar almost went in the candle instead of fire.
Yeah, I guess Jay Spamp ain't been hooping in a while.
I haven't hooped in forever, man.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's get the social medias out there and get into it.
So please, before we get to rambling on more, make sure you log in, you subscribe to our YouTube page, which is Mix Space It Up 513. You get the full content up there. We love it. We try to upload it Sunday, but YouTube don't really work with my phone. But it go up either Sunday night or Monday morning for sure. But either way, you can get snips on our IG, which is Mix It Up.513 on Snapchat. And it's also it's getting imported over to Facebook sometimes too. So you can check out Mix It Up 513 on Facebook. We love to see what you have to say. And we're also on Anchor. And Shaw's gonna give you the information. And make sure that you try to contact us on Anchor so you can come get on the show. So we give information.
Yes. Please come get us on Anchor to get on our podcast. This way, if you guys don't have a chance to come to the studio to come get on this, lovely cameras we got working here. You can get on us just with the podcast. Download Anchor Podcast. We were also on Google Podcasts.
For sure.
Spotify. And
we just got on
Apple Podcasts. And all you gotta do is search Mix It Up and just look for our logo.
For sure. That's beautiful. Actually, I saw the email.
Oh, did you?
The email came to my phone. I'm like, who the fuck is writing? And I was about to click on it, but the preview. And I was just like, I'm waiting to y'all read it.
It's official, baby.
I was like, I'm waiting to y'all read it.
It's official, man.
And then we got another one. I forgot. It was something else exciting, but yeah. So we on all media platforms, and I think with Apple we can't do the music on the background.
Nah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we gotta figure it out. So just rock with us. We'll figure it. We just learn as we going.
For sure. This is definitely a trial run, but we loving it, man, because we can interact with anybody. Any way, we just call us on the phone and we can debate, argue.
Kiss me through the phone. Snapchat Premium. Sophie.
So on with the show.
$8.24 a minute.
A minute?
Let me get some of this. Kobe.
So NFL. Let's start with the NFL. Let's get this out of the way real quick. I'm pretty sure I already know who we gonna pick.
He kind of lost his lackluster for the Super Bowl.
Oh man, yeah. the death of
I even forgot about it. Kind of like
Yeah.
man, you was just talking about it a little bit the other day,
Yep.
but
the death of Kobe being Bryant definitely took the spirit of the Super Bowl away. But let's just go ahead and get our prediction. I'm pretty sure I know who we gonna go with. So, well, 2 out of 3. I ain't talked to Justin about the bowl yet. So, who you think going?
I got the Chiefs winning.
Yeah.
This was my score. I think it's gonna be 28-24.
Yep. Jay Spence.
Honestly, throughout the whole week, I really haven't thought too much about it. I mean, for me though, I don't know. Something just tells me the defense and the run the ball the 49ers do, and I'm sure Shanahan's got something up his sleeve too.
Sure.
He's
Yeah.
an offensive wizard, so
Coach, man.
I don't know, man. I like the way the Chiefs are playing. I mean, they're playing hot, but I don't know, man. The defense just, I mean, their front seven's really good,
Yeah.
and I'm not really a huge fan of either team. I mean, I like the Chiefs. They're exciting, but I don't know, man. It's like I said with this whole Kobe Bryant thing. It's kind of taking a little bit of the juice out of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll take the 49ers, and I'll take it 28-24.
Oh man, 28-24. That's not the
Same
bad
thing?
score.
Yeah.
So I was really going to go with the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure you knew I was going to go with the Chiefs because I'm Ed Reed's fan. But then I realized that it would be a hell of a story if the 49ers won because they got that female coach.
Oh yeah.
First thing.
And for a storyline, they might make or allow, whatever you want to say, 49ers win. But I'm still going to go with the Chiefs because I think Ed Reed is about due, and it makes for a hell of a more storyline than a female coach. So,
Did you say Ed Reed?
I'm sorry, what did I say, Ed Reed?
It's all right. We knew. I knew what you. We knew what you meant.
No, I get it too. I just,
we know what you meant.
I was just like kind of comprehending, like, because I was trying to picture Ed Reed in the Chiefs uniform.
No, the reason why I said Ed Reed is because I was on Bleacher Report, and they talking about him going back to the U.
It's coach.
What's a coach?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dope.
So,
let's go, Ed.
but yeah, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs, but I think the powers that be is going to allow the 49ers or make the 49ers win so they can have a story.
You do know that the referee and crew for that game was on the Rams and Saints games last year.
Yeah, that's the same crew.
So
where the Saints got it.
Watch out for the flags.
Yeah, where the Saints got it.
I'm NFL blitzing everybody. All the receivers coming, I'm hitting.
Yeah.
Man. So
but yeah, I'm gonna go with the 28-24.
28-24.
Yeah.
Chiefs. So before we move on, I do want to ask y'all a question. Do you guys think could the Super Bowl be any more exciting? Did the right teams make it? I guess I should say the most exciting teams made it.
Yes.
Did the right teams make it?
I think they did. I think not only for the storyline, but just the teams particularly. I think we kind of, well, not the 49ers until like the later part of the season, because I didn't like the 49ers the way they were playing ball at the beginning of the season. I don't think anybody did really, but the 49ers towards the end of the season, I'm just like, okay, they still missing, but at least they're trying to get together, and their defense is just crazy, especially that front line. But I always said I wanted the Chiefs to go, so I would say yeah.
I think from a NFL talent standpoint, I think the two teams are right. I think they both have legitimate Super Bowl, like written all over them. I think from a fan standpoint, I think we all like to see an underdog in the Super Bowl.
You want to see the Titans?
I did.
I did not.
Well, I know it's a boring choice.
That's why I was asking.
But the way they were playing, you just couldn't.
It was a good story.
It's that, and it's hard not to root for a team like that.
So
I just didn't like. I didn't like their schemes.
Yeah, they're boring. I mean, they're boring.
It was boring.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
to
boring.
watch, yeah.
But like I said, when you have an underdog, come in and they weren't expected to go really
Not at
anywhere.
all.
I
They
mean,
weren't expected to go out of the wild
great.
card.
Yeah, they weren't that great. But the way they were playing had a underdog feel to
Yeah,
it.
sure,
Like,
yeah.
they were gonna make it. not say they're going to win it, but they made it feel like they were going to at least get there.
For sure.
I think from a fan standpoint, though, I think a lot of people like to see that too, though.
Sure.
I mean, it may not be the exciting storyline, but I think it makes the game exciting because you're really hard unless your team's in it. You're hardcore rooting for an underdog in the Super Bowl.
For sure.
It's always been that way.
So who's the underdog in this Super Bowl? Would it be the Niners?
I think the Niners.
I think the Niners are. I don't know what the Vegas odds are or anything.
But there really isn't a true underdog in it. I mean, Vegas,
it's
the
very
Vegas
hard,
liner is,
yeah.
but there's no true underdog in it.
I think honestly, if it came down to anything, it would be defense, and the pendulum swings for the Niner defense because they're just nice. They're freaking stacked.
The only thing I'll say is really over the past few games, the Chiefs' defense has really turned it up.
Oh yeah.
They really have, and I'll give them that. And Spagnuolo used to, be D coordinator for the Giants. So I mean, he's coaching some really big games, and he knows how to apply pressure when he needs to. I just think if the 49ers can run the ball, I think their offense is. Not from a talent standpoint. I think the scheme is really good. The talent standpoint's a little different.
Yeah.
Shanahan knows how to, he knows how to orchestrate his offense. So I think if they can run the ball effectively and keep Mahomes off the field, their defense is good enough to hold him, I think. They're explosive. I think Chiefs can score some points, but that front seven, man, I mean, they're going to be putting some heat on that boy. I guarantee it.
I think the thing that's going to tell the take is if the Niners can run in between the tackles. Because if you bounce that out, I think Kansas City's DBs aren't scared of anything or anyone. So I think if they bounce it outside instead of running through running in between the two tackles, they're not going to win. They have to hit those big guys in the mouth on the defensive line.
They got George Kittle too, though.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, why do I keep leaving him out when I think about that? I don't know.
He's a monster. Oh, you got two of the best tight ends in the game playing, right? Two top 10.
I think the best two teams did make it. They should have made it. You can make an argument for Baltimore, but I just think taking that couple weeks off, that hurt their rhythm. But I think it'll hopefully be a good Super Bowl and get the attention back to it. The Super Bowl is always a big time of the year, but like I said, with everything that happened, it's kind of lost its little lackluster.
Last thing about Super Bowl, I don't know if anybody else want to chime in after it, but if Patrick Mahomes can pick apart the defense with a couple of slot receivers and then going overhead, it's over. If Patrick Mahomes get in the rhythm of being able to throw, it's over.
So that's what I said. It's going to be important for the Niners.
Yeah.
You can't rely on that secondary.
Well, I think both of them have the ability to go off. I mean, the Chiefs more so have the more explosive offense. But the 49ers they've shown they can. It was a couple months ago they got into a shootout with the Saints. I don't know if you remember that. I mean, they can do it. I mean, I don't think you want to play that game with the Chiefs.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. If it becomes, if the only thing that's going to stop it, period, is if Patrick can throw the ball.
The X factor in the game, and they haven't been able to really do it super effective all year, is the Chiefs being able to run the ball. If they can't run the ball, then they're just going to tee off on Mahomes.
Who's the lead? Is it Damian Williams still the lead back, or is it McCoy?
It is.
I thought McCoy was going to start this game.
He might. I don't know.
I wasn't sure. I know they entertained.
They got to at least be able to run it effectively. And I don't have to be the actual component to the actual game, but they're going to have to do something to slow down the pass rush, because if they let them guys pass rush all game long, it's going to be a long day for the Chiefs. So
I think the main person that we need to watch is Tyreek Hill, because I think he believes that he can outrun anybody on that field, and the only person I think that is smarter than him on that field is Sherman, but Sherman stays on one spot. He doesn't go across field. So
they'll play a zone on Tyreek. They're not gonna let him.
It's all gonna
have somebody over the top.
It's all gonna predicate on how much time Mahomes got.
Well, that's what I want to say too.
Like they were saying, it's gonna be a lot of quick stuff. This game's gonna be a lot of slants, a lot of screens. They're not gonna be able to sit back there for 10 seconds like they did with the Titans and just throw over the top all game long.
But if they keep the defense on the field,
Well, like I said, they're gonna have to run the ball. I mean, you can run down the field and score, but if you're not putting together long drives to keep that defense wearing out, which running the ball will, smash mouth football and keeping their defense on the field, that's what's gonna open up their offense in a sense. Just because the longer you keep them out there, the pass rushers ain't gonna be they're gonna be winded. So the pass rush isn't going to be effective, and then you can start opening up your offense because you can just sit back there and throw.
But if Patrick Mahomes runs a shotgun, just bear with me. If Patrick Mahomes runs a shotgun, you have your slot receiver. You put Hill as a slot receiver, going a couple slants. I'm sorry, not streaks, slants across the middle, and you have one going over top to suck out that safety. And they just keep doing that, or they do a button, or they do a quick out, and just go no huddle.
Don't forget they got Sammy Watkins and Travis Kelce.
They have a ton of speed, like I said.
A lot of weapons.
They got a ton of speed, but like I said, it's just time. Everything is time. They're gonna have to have time.
I'm not knocking. I'm just asking. I was just asking.
Yeah, I mean they have. I mean, I don't think it's questionable, but I think they have the fastest offense in the league.
Oh, sure. It should be a good game.
Yeah.
Defense versus offense for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
so let's move on. Everybody knows about the death of Kobe Bryant. So I just want to talk a little bit about some things being thrown out there. Some people I think it was Pierce went on saying that they should change the logo to Kobe from Jerry West to Kobe. If not Kobe, is there another player worthy of taking that NBA logo title from Jerry West?
The only person would be Mike. I don't think anyone else would. Honestly, if we're talking about if they want to keep it with the ball handler, AI probably, but you can't freeze that. And plus, AI is for the culture, and damn well.
They won't give it to AI.
But if they don't want to freeze frame Jordan, then it would just have to be Kobe. I can't.
See, for me, I think if you're talking about the NBA logo, this goes for the NFL logo, goes for anything, and that is when you're talking about logo, that is your
stamp.
That's your stamp. That's your staple. Like, so whoever is on that logo has to represent the NBA.
And Michael doesn't.
And Michael does not.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree.
Yeah, he's a great champion, a great ball player. I get it, but on the scheme of things, I mean, yeah, he's a great story for the NBA, history-wise. But if you look at somebody, if it's not going to be Kobe, I'd probably have to say LeBron.
That's what I was going to say.
He's kind of your guy that kind of embodies what the NBA wants a player to be. He's a family-oriented man. He's very well-spoken, very well looked up to. Debatably the best basketball player of all time. I mean, that's obviously been the question since he's came in the league. But I mean, if you're looking for somebody to embody the logo, it'd probably have to be someone like him. And it's not a knock on Jordan. It's just who he is as a person. He's not. Right. He doesn't represent that logo the way I think they would want him to.
I kind of dig where you're going with LeBron, but it's just too early.
No, it's early. I mean, and I don't think they'll ever change the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think they will either.
If they decide to. I think that logo is just. I won't say it's legendary, but it's historic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's MLB, NFL, like that stuff doesn't change. That's who they are. I mean, from time to time they may make a tweak, but I mean, other than that, it's been the same for how many years now?
With MLB, I always thought that Griffey's swing should have been Griffey Jr. should have because.
I mean, but I personally like what the NFL does, and it's just the shield.
Sealed, yeah.
I think if you're going to change the logo, I think you shouldn't put any one particular person on it because there's a ton of great players in every sport, and you can sit up here and talk about and debate who the best basketball players are of all time, Major League Baseball, football, whatever. Like, but at the end of the day, they all represent one league.
So you think if not Kobe or LeBron, in your opinion, it should just be like an emblem, like the shield?
If they could, I know the NBA wouldn't be a shield, but it would just be something of that nature.
Right.
What do you think?
Either Kobe or LeBron. Like I said, It should be somebody, if they make it another person, it should be somebody that encompasses what the NBA stands for. Not only that, but it should be a worldwide figure, which I think those two arguably are the two most popular basketball players
of all time.
I'm trying to think of a good ambassador that was a great player as well.
I mean,
and the only person I can come across is I forgot. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, him. You go Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was
a good ambassador.
He was a real well-spoken guy. Legendary too. And they had how many rings he had? 5, 6. Yeah, five or six. I mean, he's a good one. I mean, you could probably go a little further. I mean, I'm sure there are players. I mean, we could probably name 10 to 20 players that maybe could be considered on the logo. But like I said, at the end of the day, I think it's a touchy subject for the league as well, because if LeBron gets on it, it's like, here we go with the debate.
The debate.
I don't think the NBA wants that. I mean, it keeps people talking, but I think after this Kobe situation, I think people are trying to squash that whole who's the greatest crap.
Oh, yeah.
I think they all just want to
let them be great.
Yeah, just let them be great.
And
Regardless.
I always thought that. I mean, I never argue for LeBron of being great.
You can't really make a really valid argument, because at the end of the day, they all play different positions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like,
I mean, you can
and there's not
compare,
a true position
you can
anymore.
compare.
Oh, you're right.
Because LeBron runs the point right
now.
The biggest comparison to Jordan ever was Kobe, and that's not even debatable. Just because they're the same style, same position, everything. If you want to go with LeBron, you go with Magic. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean,
I always thought, and I know a lot of people are gonna be mad at me when I say it, but when I seen LeBron, especially after he picked up weight, his third year in the league, I always thought that he played like Larry Johnson. And I know a lot of people don't think so, but if you watch Larry Johnson coming down with his handles, he was very basic. He would spin on you, do a dunk. He had good court vision. He wasn't afraid to go up and like a freight train. I always just, every time I seen him, once he picked up that weight, I was just like, man, he reminds me of Larry Johnson.
The only knock I have on it is LeBron can play all 5 positions.
Oh, for sure.
There's only one other player I know that could do it is Magic.
Yeah,
that was it. Like, I mean, LeBron could sit there and play point, but he could sit there and play center too if he wanted to.
Right.
And then all the in-between stuff, obviously, he's got the size and he's got the athletic ability to play small, power, all that stuff. Like, I mean, but that's what makes him so unique, because you can't. It's not one position you can't stick him at. He'll be great.
Right.
Like, he's good. So I mean, I don't know. LeBron's kind of in his own class. I mean, he's kind of with Magic in that sense, but I mean, it's just like I said, to each its own. Really, when you talk about different players.
So speaking about representing a brand, who do you feel like should carry on the Mamba brand? Who would be the best representative of the Mamba brand?
I don't know.
Because there's like a Team Jordan that's got like Westbrook and things like that. Who would you put, I guess, on Team Mamba?
The only person, if I had to pick, and I know I'm getting a lot of backlash, but the only person I know in this league right now who has that competitive spirit is Jimmy Butler. I can't think of anybody else who has that competitive spirit.
I put him on a team, but I would put him on a team, but I wouldn't let him lead that brand.
But who else has that competitive spirit? Like, you're not gonna beat me, and if you beat me, I'm gonna beat you.
He may not have the spirit, but I mean, he's gonna carry it the best. It'd be LeBron, yeah.
But he's not leaving Jordan.
He's not with Jordan.
He's not with Jordan.
With Nike. With Jordan.
Oh, he is with Nike.
Just like me and Shaw had this conversation earlier, and I think the best thing we came up with was, instead of someone spearheading it would be like,
that's why I was like, who would you put on a team?
Let's go with like Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, or not Carmelo because he's with Jordan.
CP.
You go with like Kevin Durant, maybe. I don't know.
Or Kyrie.
I wouldn't put him on there, but I don't even know about Kyrie. I think you take like 3 or 4 guys. You take like a Chris Paul or Kawhi maybe, which I doubt he'd even want to be a part of it. But
none of them have that spirit. You know what I mean?
But it's not about collectively coming together as to represent that, because each one of them have a little bit. LeBron brings something. Dwayne Wade brought something. Like, they all brought pieces of it. But I think it comes to this as well. Like, it's not. They would represent the brand well. Everybody knows them. Mm-hmm. And 2, I think they would be best suited for the business aspect of it, especially LeBron. He's a businessman at heart anyways, and I think he would know what to do with the brand in general. And he's got a great relationship with Nike too, and I think them two would work really well together to create something big for him. And
not to mention his relationship with Kobe as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he would probably I think he'd have the best vision for everything that Kobe would want. And they could include their family, whatever they wanted to do with it, for their wishes or whatever. But I still think at the end of the day, you take players like that and you kind of throw them at the brand and see if they can carry it.
I get what you guys are saying.
That's even if they want to do that.
Yeah,
that's
I get
saying they will.
I get what you guys are saying. Like, you need a supreme star power who also has the wits and understand what to do with it. But when I think about Kobe, I think about him practicing harder, making sure that people know that he's practicing harder than anybody else. He's ready to show up and do whatever he needs to do for the game and help his team win. And if he doesn't, and if he can't help his team win, he's going to make his team win by doing 60 to 80 points.
But that's the thing, though, and I agree with what you're saying, but I also don't believe there's another Kobe in the NBA.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Just the competitive spirit.
Yeah, no, and so when it comes to trying to embody the Mamba brand.
Oh, yeah,
with
it's
him,
impossible.
It's impossible. You got to get.
That's why I say you got to have like a collective team.
Bits and pieces of a good representation of not only him as a person, but stuff that he would bring to the game as well.
But who would be the competitive?
So who would be your collective five then?
My collective five? Yeah. I like what y'all said, but I feel as if you need. If you don't have that if we have the collective five, which I'm not knocking, but out of the people that you guys name, outside of Jimmy Butler, who has that competitive spirit?
I think to a certain extent they have a competitive spirit. It's
but like Kobe.
No, there's no. Like I said, there's no killer. Like honestly, if you really want to go that route. I mean, maybe he doesn't like show it as much as Kobe does, but ever since last year, Kawhi Leonard's been kind of the silent killer. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, in a way,
that's why I suggested Kawhi for
been kind of like a silent assassin. I mean, he doesn't say much. He carries himself well, but at the end of the day, when he needs to get done, like he's there and he's doing it. Like right now, like that's who I would maybe say. I mean. Everybody else is kind of out for themselves, and
or not
like a team.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
and so it's just kind of hard because they don't make Kobe's anymore. They don't really make Jordans anymore. It's more or less let me be about my brand.
Let me get my check and go home.
And they're not all like that. I mean, LeBron's team-oriented for the most part.
We haven't heard anything outside that.
He's more team-oriented than Kobe was.
Oh, for sure.
Not that Kobe wasn't a team player. He went out at a different angle. I mean, he's very competitive and very in your face. For LeBron, he can be, but that's not really him. That's more like, let me help you. Let me be a good teammate to you. Let me dish. Instead of score. That's just kind of how he is.
Who would your competitive person be on your five?
I mean, it'd probably be Russ. Russ Westbrook.
I'd say Russ.
I mean, easy. That's one of Kobe's favorite players to watch. One, his mentality, just like you told Dame Dollar, it's impossible for you to check me.
Yeah, if you want to go with a competitive edge type of guy, he's probably the next. Yeah. He's probably easily the next.
Hands down.
And it's not it's not that he has that killer instinct, but he has that passion. He has the drive, and you can see it on him.
And he stayed with his team.
Yeah.
When OKC got rid of everybody, he stayed there, took him the number 8 seed. Russ is their dude. Average a triple-double. Yeah, that's Russ. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yep.
I'm pondering.
He's not. I don't even know if you put him in the top 50 greatest players all time. Do you?
Who?
Russell Westbrook.
No, not overall.
I don't know. I'd have to go through it. I mean, the top 50 has changed.
Oh yeah.
The top 50 has changed. I'd have to go through it.
I mean, he's a triple-double machine, but when it comes down to it, man, I mean, he's a good ball player, but you saw him great. I don't know if you say he's great. I mean,
that's a whole other subject.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
So, top 3 favorite Kobe moments of all time that you would think of. So I'll go first just because so mine, of course, was his last game, 60-point game.
In order or just random?
Just random.
Okay.
Just a topic that you can think of. So his 60-point last game. When he dunked on KG, the reverse dunk on KT. And I mean, it's the iconic one, the lob to Shaq against the Trailblazers. Those are my top 3.
I don't really have a top 3. I think, like I was telling 3, I wasn't like a huge Kobe fan, like as far as, you know, growing up. I didn't say I despised him, but I just, for some reason, he just always to me wanted to be like Jordan. And so it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So for me, I think what sticks out the most for me with Kobe is, like we were saying, like after retirement, like how he was as a person more than an athlete. Because I mean, what he did on the floor is, I don't know, you could probably have a billion moments with him. I mean, just about what he's done. But I mean, if you look at the outside of his basketball career and into this, like, you know, how great of a father he was, you know, the stuff he was doing in his community, and you know, just the willingness to help, you know, anybody regardless of who they were. I mean, you could just see it even in his interviews and, you know, everything else. You could just see that person, that his career days or whatever really didn't get to show too much. It was more of his competitive in your face, whereas post-retirement kind of showed him as a family guy and, you know, a smart, intelligent guy, you know, someone who was just willing to help people. I like that more so than I like that the most more.
You like Kobe the person?
Yeah, I like Kobe the person, and not to say I don't like him as a player, because he's a hell of a ball player. It's not even debatable. I just feel like that. I think when people are crying and being as hurt as they are right now, it's not because of who he was as a player, it's because of who he was as a person. And people are hurt because of who he was as a person. He was a good guy. Like that's what I value the most, you know, about him.
So my top 3, not in order, would have to be when he showed Steph Curry love after putting him in the blender. I was like, okay, if a competitive person can slap another opponent on the ass and say good job, he earned my respect. So that one. It was a film when him and Gigi, his daughter, that passed, him coming up on her, like, check the ball up, and he's like forcing her to do a jump shot, and how he allowed her to create space, knowing damn well that if it was
I just seen that where she pushes him off.
And then cashed it. Like, that's it. And then if I had to pick a third one, it would have to be when he came baseline. Shaq was getting double teamed, and Shaq just literally threw that ball up to the heavens. And somehow, some way, Kobe comes baseline and just yokes it. Like, it was crazy. So, if I had to pick, those would be my 3.
Nice. So I know social media is crazy nowadays. I know y'all probably saw, you know, the way his wife found out about the deaths was through
TMZ, which was fucking insane.
So that leads me to my question. How would y'all feel if you found out about your loved ones through social media as opposed to like somebody coming to your door or another family member telling you? How would that hit you?
I can't imagine, man.
For me, I'd be pissed off.
Oh, for sure. But
I'm not.
I used to have respect for Harvey. Like, and he used to hire people who had credibility and some type of moral. But for them to just run down on her and just like, and it's all for a fucking story, dude. Like, there's no sympathy about it. Like, it's for a goddamn story.
That's the thing. I think you gotta be in a special type to do stuff like that. I'd be pissed off, and honestly, if one of those dudes was there, I think I'd try to fight him.
Oh yeah. They lucky that she wasn't with a real one, like a family member, not like.
I don't know if I told you this. So after the incident happened, I tried to follow over, and I said, Brian, on social media on Instagram, and she had to set the private at the time. So just randoms come see her. So I was like, damn, like she's doing the right thing.
Oh, for sure.
I done too.
Yeah, because like, just let's say that one of us got famous, right? And I was with you, or Shaw was with, whichever. Just a combination of us two. And they say, "Oh man, your wife just died in a car crash." Do you know how ready I would be to fight that about? Like, I would be like, "What the like? We banging on site." And if she just had a family member, like they that timing was perfect because that cameraman or whoever it was should have.
Oh, he should have got it.
Yeah.
He should have got it, man.
And I don't even know what to say about Harvey because you hired this person. You allowed this person to get hired. And he used to have credible sources and credible people. And it's just like, because the stuff with T.I., when they broke the news about T.I.'s mom being, like, this is not the first time.
No.
Like, it's, I would be ready to fight.
This should be like a grace period or something. Like, you gotta let something happen, like for the family to know before you break the story or something. There's got to be some type of guidelines to that, man.
Or you break the story, like it's not like it was a private story because it was broken before TMZ did it. But don't go and attack this family. Like, you can send your condolences, but don't go. It's just.
I'll just say this. I mean, I get everything you guys are saying. I think at the end of the day, we have to realize what kind of day and age we're in right now.
Social media
there's no privacy. There's no consideration. There's none of that. Like this, someone gets it first. Doesn't matter what it is. It's coming out. Doesn't matter. Mom, dad, whoever the hell it is. It doesn't matter. People don't fucking care. They all just want that story. They all want that attention, and they'll do whatever they can to get it, regardless if it's disrespecting you or not. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And I think when you start to understand that, it's not something you really understand because we're not that type of way. Mm-hmm. But I think if you look at it from the outside, I mean, that's just what it is, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's just getting worse and worse and worse. That's just
there's no respect and privacy.
And speaking about respect, man, I got so pissed off. I sent this to Justin. I meant to send it to you, but it made me upset. Did you see that comedian that had?
Oh, I did not see it, but I heard about it.
My God, man, I sent that. I was just like, really?
Didn't he take it down or something?
Huh?
Didn't he take it down?
He tried to take it down, but TMZ did their diligence and kept this portion where he was just like, I forget what the exact words were. He was like,
I'm glad
the world's of another rapist.
So
the world's rid of another rapist. Farewell, Kobe. Things like that.
I'm glad they kept it so everybody could see it. Because I mean,
you are an idiot. You an asshole. You. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say bad. I do mean to say bad shit, but I shouldn't. But
I think what makes it,
man, disrespectful.
I think it makes it very distasteful. Is you're not just talking about Kobe Bryant, you're talking about everybody else on the plane.
Yeah.
Plus his daughter. His daughter. 13 years old, and
I'm gonna send you the video after this.
I don't even want to see it. I heard about it.
It's ridiculous, but.
And you know what's crazy? Man. I told him, so I was talking to an individual about this. And we were just having a normal conversation, like, how was your day, how's your weekends, things like that.
Sure.
And I told him, like, after all the Kobe stuff happened, how you feel about that. This person had the audacity to say the same type of shit, saying, like, I came from that age where I know Kobe as a rapist. I was like,
everybody came from that age.
I was like, at what point in time has this man, like, and it wasn't even like it was a straight, clear case. It was like the case was like
straight black and white.
Yeah.
It was
like nobody knows what went on. And that's what I was just like, so we're going back to this Vic shit where y'all just can't forgive somebody for something.
But that, you can't really compare that to the end of the Vic shit too, because like
Vic was guilty.
Vic was black and white, like as far as his situation.
But I'm saying,
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like people can change, and I get it. Like with Kobe's situation, just like I was told, like you said, they came to a settlement. she basically paid her off. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a black and white situation. It was gray because, to me, in my opinion, it was consensual, and she just went after him, after the fact. So,
that's how I looked at the case. Even as a young boy, I was just like, first of all,
I think people know, if they're legitimately raped, because I think rape kind of gets thrown around loosely and thrown around wrong too, because everybody knows, anybody can yell rape and all of a sudden you're in trouble, like just because.
I mean, for you even just to say like I came from the era where Kobe raped the victim, like that's the era you grew up in, that's the era you chose to know him from. Like
but we grew up in that era, and it was just like
it's a poor way to look at it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the point of how he's looking at that time, like putting a negative light on this guy's, on what he's done.
Well, that just tells you how long people hold on to shit.
And that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I was getting at. Like the similarities to Vic. Like, come on, man.
10, 15 years ago.
I was on
pissed me off, man.
Gary Owens' page, right? And he was talking about the video that Ari whatever posted, and he was like, as much as I want to be mad, I have to remember what we are supposed to learn from this. Hatred, what is it? Life is too short to carry on hate.
That's why I had to apologize after I said that stuff, and I was just like, I want to. I do want to, but it's and I always look at situations, because when I found out about it, I don't know if I'm jumping in the head. I don't know if you got this on it. But when I found out about it, I'm just like, damn, like you were just at Staple. Like just at there's pictures of you just at Staple. And I was telling Justin, like it hit me, but it didn't, move me. It was kind of like Michael Jackson. All right, a person I looked up to is gone, or a Prince, And then when I found out his daughter died in his arms, I'm just like, okay, this is where the shit gets real. Like, fuck all the other shit. Like, granted, if I had to pick a way to go out with my daughter, that's how we're going out. I'm being a father, I'm showing you that I'm loving you, and I'm going to comfort you into the end. So, as a father, that's where it hit. It was just like, man, I can't believe this shit. Like, fuck all the noise. When they say that he was holding her, I'm just like, I can't believe it. Like, I kind of went numb as a father. Like, not as a Kobe fan, but as a father. Like, fuck the rape. Fuck the you a Boston, you support Boston. Like, it was the love of, okay, I'm gonna soothe you at this trying time, and I'm gonna tell you it's gonna be okay, even though I know or I feel or I think it's not gonna be okay. And that's when it hit home, and I'm just like, anybody who has something negative to say about this shit is unreal. Because even if you don't like the Kobe brand, even if you don't like the Kobe ambassador, if you don't like the community acts that he did, the fact that a father and a daughter died in each other's arms is like crazy. How can you get mad at that? Because you have to look past the bullshit and get over the noise and see the humanity in it. And I don't think people nowadays understand that shit.
They do, they're just ignorant.
I mean, just to add on to that, I just thought it was crazy. Like, it takes something like this to bring a lot of people together.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
A lot of people that usually clash. Like, a lot of people that they clash, they don't see eye to eye. Something like this, they'd be like...
Over time, the sad part about it is when the dust settles, it'll all go back to the same shit.
Eventually,
it always does.
Yeah.
You hope that it'll stay like that, but we live in a society where everybody gets comfortable. Mm-hmm. And so when this dies down and everybody, feels immortal again, until something like this happens again, because I can't remember anything being this big in the sports world or even nationwide in a long time that hit so many people since 9/11. Like, I know that's a crazy comparison over one person, but for me, like I told you three, like, celebrities have gone, athletes have gone, and never really hit me, but this one like stuck, like, and it's still stuck.
So, like
That's still crazy for me to see.
I didn't think I'd be affected like this either, but I put it into this perspective of one of our boys that passed, Chad. When he passed, I was like, this hits home. This is really close to home. And I attempted for a few months to keep in contact like I do with y'all, with people that I grew up with. And for me, after a while, if I don't start seeing the same
result,
it's not even
the same effort.
Attempt, it doesn't even have to be the same. Like, man, like, just come at me like once or twice, like, just say what's up. That's all I'm asking for, because you see when something just hits so close to home, it just happened. So why do you want to come back to that type of story again and say the same shit again and keep repeating it? Actually do what you're talking about. Like, just don't say like, oh damn, this makes me realize I should have contacted them more. I should have contacted you. Do it.
Do it now. Yeah. Give me my flowers now, like P always said. Master P said.
Right.
And that's why I love, like, I know I irritate some of my friends. Like, I'll text once a month, like, yo, what's going on? Like, and I just got in touch with my cousin Dominique.
Oh, word.
And we have, I don't think we ever seen eye to eye. I mean, we cool, but it's not like, and I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna text you once a month just to check up on you.
Right. And
I do it with my brother. I did it with Justin for a while, and then Justin with MIA.
I did.
Yeah, when your mom remarried.
Oh yeah.
And then like we do it. I do it with Gary. I do it with J Ag. J Ag don't fucking text or call me back. He be like,
see, and there's some people that are bad about that. I understand.
Jay Ag be like, I did text you back. I'm like, Jay, you didn't. Oh, I must have did it in my sleep. Jay.
But it's like some people like just like when this happened, like Six reached out to me. Six is somebody that contacts me like probably like every 3 months, man. Like just this check up, be like, yo, what's up? You remember we did this back in? I was like, yeah, and that's all. I'm just like, cool. Like all I want to know is that you're doing good.
Yeah, for sure.
That's really all it is, man, for real.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'll put in there.
Just don't wait till it's too late.
Yeah, I'll put in there like I ain't like, yo, like what's up, bro, or what's up? Just checking in on you. I ain't peace and blessings.
Exactly.
Peace and blessings.
Exactly, because I mean, you never know, like, because what happened, he was just doing something that was routine. Just taking a helicopter ride. That was routine to him, not to us. To, the basketball camp. Just like us, when we drive to work every day, it's routine, but you never know something could happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just to not give shout out to, Kobe, let's shout out the rest of the victims. Kobe and his daughter Gianna. John, Carrie, and Alyssa Atabelli.
I think that's how you say it.
I believe. Christina Mauser, Sarah and Peyton Chester, and the pilot Ara Zobayan.
I think it's Zobayan, yeah.
Zobayan. I apologize if I said any of the names wrong, but we have nothing but thoughts and prayers for y'all family.
Yeah, for sure.
Please don't think you guys are being. I know it seems like it with Kobe dying, but this is being underlooked.
Shadow,
but I'm sure the whole world's thoughts and prayers with y'all's family.
For sure.
We couldn't even imagine what y'all's going through, and I think we kind of touched on this a little bit, but with me and you being parents, how would you say if Sarah passed? How would you console your daughter at that moment?
I think Stasia would probably be the solid one. As Cam, that would be Cam would probably take it the hardest. If God forbid their mother died. I think Stasia understands death because she saw me sick and she was able to process. And same thing with when her grandma died, she was able to process. And when my big mama died, she was able to process. So I think that processing that callus has been formed. With Cam, I think he would be the one hit the hardest because he not doing nothing without Sarah. Like, I tell Sarah every time I see her, I'm like, yo, I hope you know Cameron ain't leaving you. He ain't getting married. he ain't dating. Cause there's no one that's gonna put up with his shit like you do. There's no one that's gonna clean up his shit like you do. There's no one gonna cook the food that he like you. There's no one that's going to sit here and give him loving like you do. Like, he's not going anywhere. I don't care if he becomes famous. He's gonna make sure that I'm good, and you're gonna live in a house with him. So I think Cam would be the one that hits the hardest. I would console Stasia, but I think I would have a problem dealing with Cam with that, because he's gonna have that. He's gonna have to have that time to himself, and then that's when I will be able to console him.
Well, I think it's you speak on the short-term effect, but I think the long-term effect of it is the bigger problem.
For sure, yeah.
And how she handles that down the road, of losing her mom. Over time, emotionally, it will get better, but I think just the aspect of it, I think, will be the big factor. And the way she behaves and everything else, if she lashes out, being angry about it, or not having that mom, because even if, say that were to happen, God forbid, we don't need that to happen, but if you were to bring someone else, like a stepmom or something, like she would, this won't be the same for her. So she'd probably be acting out to try to get that back, but she can't ever get it back. So
I agree. She would. I think she definitely would act out.
I think everybody does in some type of way, whether it's super negative, But I mean, it's a loss, and it's a very big loss.
Definitely.
How would you?
Man, that'd be very tough. I really don't know, man, because it's like we kind of play. Even though I console my kids when they get hurt,
that's a whole different situation.
It is, and it's just like. Right now, I'm the disciplinary. I'm the person that they listen to. When something has to go down, it's daddy's got to say it, daddy's got to do it. But whenever they're sick, whenever they just wake up from being asleep from a nap, whenever daddy comes down on them, there's only one person they go to. It's their mom. So I don't know if I could feel that. I know I can't feel that void. But obviously, it's going to be a time factor, and I would do my best, but I would just at least tell them, mommy's watching us. She's looking over us. I hope it don't, but like I said, man, you just never know nowadays.
I think, and I hate to say this, but I think it will be a lot easier to deal with my death for the kids than Sarah's.
I think when it comes to the emotional standpoint and the comfort standpoint, I think a woman can provide that a lot better than a man can. It's just not necessarily in our nature to be able to. Well, we can comfort, but it's not the same coming from a mom. And equally, you or Sarah, it would still be a big.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like I just think that my shoes will be easier to fill. I know Stasia. If I died, Stasia would take it harder than Cam would. I'm telling you.
Let's cut that whole. Now we don't need to be talking about.
Okay, you're right. Let's get done with it.
Let's move on to a more less sappy. So we tried to go on and try to purchase some Kobe memorabilia, and y'all would not believe everything is sold out. Everything is sold out, or it's being sold for like triple times the value. Like we went out and
like 10 times more.
10 times, because we went out and Justin got us a couple of Kobe books or whatever, like for what, $29, $30, something like that.
Bucks.
And we
didn't get me one.
So I was on the very tail end because I think I got the very last one they're ever going to sell for $29 because I think the retail of that book was like $22.
It's going to be crazy, man.
And I was online last night and they're selling them for $250, $500.
Right.
The norm right now is like $99, $89. That's where that book is valued at.
And I was telling him I saw this on Facebook Marketplace. I saw one of Kobe's All-Star days going for like $4,500.
What the fuck?
It's crazy. So which brings me like, so would you guys like just say if you had like a All-Star Kobe jersey or whatever, would you sell it or would you keep it?
I think I'd keep it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's. I I don't know, bro. When you got something of that magnitude, I don't think there's any money in the world. I mean, obviously, if it was a couple $1 million, that would change you. But I mean, when you have something like that, man, that's I don't know, man. Just having that is, I think, is powerful enough. I mean, for me at least. I mean, I know like some of my sports memorabilia that I got, I like it. You know, like just like I got it. You know, like you give it away, it's like, oh, I used to have it. You know, but now I have it. Like you can frame it, you can feel proud to have it. Like, you know, like I have it. Like no one else has this. You know, like so being a sports fan, I think it's neat to be able to hold on to that stuff because down the road. You have grandkids, you got kids, and you can have it. And like, damn, he's got, you know, my grandpa's got a heater hanging up in the basement now, or, you know, whatever the case is. I just think that's more special than to just sell it for $4,500 because you never know. If 30 years down the road, that damn thing could be worth $25,000. You don't know. So you just hold on to stuff like that.
I have a Michael Jordan. I'm a collector.
For you, because you collect. That's what I was just curious here.
I have a Michael Jordan. It's not a hand sign, but it's a sign card, digital sign. I guess that's what it would be considered. I have Michael Jordan card, and it's going for about $250, $300. Why would I get rid of it? Like,
I mean, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
Like I said, unless it's like life altering, like millions.
No, I even then I wouldn't get rid of it because then the price.
You would consider.
I would consider
more.
Yeah, I would consider.
Not saying that you would give it up, but you definitely consider it. I mean, you'd be a fool not to consider.
But stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure you guys know, and Shaw knows. I don't know if you know, Justin, but I collect stuff.
Yeah, I think collecting stuff kind of fills your space.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and I think it's neat when you're filling space out with stuff that you value. And I think it's cool as fuck. Yeah. And then when you got people over, it's like, man, he's got, you know, such or whatever.
And you better not touch it, because I shoot. I'm just joking.
Good vibes.
I'm just fucking. I'm just joking. Oh, speaking of which,
touch it.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
So, they just dropped a Black Panther animated statue like that one.
Oh, you're probably hot for that one, aren't you?
Got it.
For real?
Got it. I was gonna order two, but
let me touch it.
It's not for you to touch.
I'm gonna touch it.
You ain't. It's staying in the box.
No, I'm gonna touch it.
But they got another thing that I'm hoping I can get.
Touch.
So go ahead. Do answer your question, man. Would you sell your memorabilia?
Hell no, I ain't selling my memorabilia, man. I'm keeping that.
Honestly, if you sell any memorabilia nowadays, you're never gonna get the true value.
Yeah.
They're gonna always lowball the fuck out of you.
Like
They'll give you like GameStop value. Oh, here's $3.
Right. I was just thinking of that.
Did y'all see? Speaking of GameStop, did y'all see that they're going out of business?
Oh, the quote to it. Yeah, it said something about buying the GameStop for $3.
They was like, "Oh, how the tables have turned."
yeah, because aren't they going like they're going out of business, aren't they, or something? Yeah, but that was some bullshit. That $3 bullshit. Oh, you got the brand new Call of Duty? That'd be like $2.
Hell yeah!
Like, motherfucker, are you serious?
You get $5 for store credit, bitch. That don't help.
Yeah, that's silly.
The Millennium Hotel, I always wanted to buy the Millennium Hotel, but that's going up for sale too.
That's going, I saw that one.
I really, if there's any investors that's looking on for partnerships, I don't have that much cash, but I will liquidate something to become a bit up.
Black Panther thing?
No, honestly, if it's to buy the Millennium and be a partner, yeah, because I can just buy that back.
About your do 7?
My Duke 7 went up to 500.
Really? I was fucking around. Baby.
I got a.
Let's pop that bitch open.
For what?
I want to drink some $500.
I got Bacardi 151. They don't make it anymore.
And you just have it stored away?
I have it stored away. I got this rum with Carter 5.
Oh really?
Yeah, and they're not even selling that, but the bottles go for just the bottle. That's going for I think $60.
Can't believe I still wear out on liquor bottle because I had a bunch of Captain Morgan tattoo bottles. They don't make that no more.
Nope.
Damn. Should have conserved my liquor. They're drinking it all.
But moving on.
All right, man. Let's kind of wrap it up.
Wait, Justin Didn't you want to say something?
About what?
What you say?
You said didn't you say that you wanted to catch us up on while you were gone or some shit?
Oh yeah, let's catch up. Let's catch up.
He thought he was gonna get away with it, didn't he?
Catch us up. Man.
He thought he was gonna get away with it.
Damn, we was gonna end it.
Man, it's been kind of a roller coaster, really, for the last couple months. Really, for most of my life, honestly. But specifically, just had to take a little leave of absence to get myself together, and so I could be better for everybody else.
Yeah.
You know.
So are you in that better place now?
Yeah. I'm sure you guys can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell? Or no? You can't tell? Maybe I'm just even keel. I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know, man. I'm kind of nonchalant sometimes.
Maybe you just need to get your jollies off.
Huh?
Maybe you just need to get your jollies off.
Maybe.
Snapchat Premium, y'all. J Spam.
What the fuck is up with you with this Snapchat? How many people are you following on Snapchat Premium?
I got my jollies off.
Oh, Justin, anything else before Sean makes us derail this damn show?
You better speed it up before it gets worse.
Snapchat Premium.
Finishing the show off.
So let's take it back. I asked Justin, I don't know if he told you about it, but I asked Justin to come up with the crazy state law. We kind of take it back. So Justin, what's your crazy state law for this episode, man?
All right, so everybody read off one of these, because these are all Ohio laws that we have right now, but these are some. Yeah. Read.
In Cleveland, it's illegal to catch mice without a hunting license. I just read the first one, dog.
It is illegal to honk your horn excessively in Fairview Park. Okay, this one we like.
Where's Fairview Park at?
I have no idea. Can I read another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
In Ohio, it's illegal to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license. That can't be real, man.
It is, because it was on Channel 12. So Oxford law states it is unlawful for a woman to appear in public while unshaven. This includes legs and face.
Like Oxford,
Yeah.
Miami. That's a lot, man. A lot of people need to go to jail there.
Now this sounds like this.
Snapchat Premium. Any women doing that Snapchat Premium?
This sounds like a law that Shaw would come up with. Read the bottom one.
You cannot eat donuts and walk backwards on the street.
That sounds like a Shaw one right there. Who would come up with some shit like that?
Mine would probably be the peeing one, honestly, because I did a lot of peeing in.
Well, Columbus archives say that it is illegal for stores to sell cornflakes on a Sunday.
Where's this at?
It says Columbus archives says it's illegal for stores to sell cornflakes on a Sunday.
I want to test that law. I want to go back cornflakes in Columbus.
It says in Canton, if you lose your pet tiger, who in the fucking Canton's gonna have a pet tiger? You must notify the authorities within 1 hour. I mean, but who the fucking Canton is gonna have a goddamn tiger?
You know what? There was someone running the zoo in Ohio.
Well, I'll just finish it off. It says state of Ohio says it's illegal to get fist drunk. Which who the fuck would do that?
How can you get a wait, I wanna know. I wanna know. Bro, I'm gonna try it.
And in Toledo, it's illegal to throw a snake at anybody, like anybody would.
Where's that at? The fish drunk? Where's that at? Is it the whole state of Ohio?
The state of Ohio says it is illegal to get a fish.
That's false because they dump.
I'm going to an aquarium.
They dump alcohol off the Miami River.
Matter of fact, I'm going to Jackson Aquarium with a fucking 40 and I'm putting in the fish. See how many goldfish get drunk.
What would a drunk fish even?
That's what I'm saying. What would a drunk fish
I want to know. I really want to experiment and find out. There has to be a video on it.
It must do some crazy shit though, because if they're gonna put a law on it, I wonder what type of shit it does.
There has to be a video on it. There has to be, right?
I'm sure you get on YouTube.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go search some YouTube after we're
But
done.
that's the crazy laws of the day, Ohio version.
I really want to find out what happens when the fish gets drunk.
I don't know.
pretty
First
crazy.
started swimming on his back. I don't know.
All right, so swimming on his back. So what you looking at? Segment where neither one of us know what the other person is looking at. So since you have a lot of spontaneous shit to say.
Oh man, these laws kind of fucked. I'm glad you brought that back, bro. So I was actually looking into body armor. Kobe invested in this. Recently spent, I think he said like $2 million, and has made like $600 million or some shit like that off of investment. So I was actually looking to see if the stock on it has actually went up or down since he passed away, and I can't find it anywhere.
It's probably not a public share.
That's what I was curious if it's not even a public share or what, but I can't find it. So if anybody has any info on that, let me know if it even is a public share or what he does. I don't know what happens. Does that just transfer over to somebody? Or
it depends on what he has in his.
Who else? Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the sole owner.
He
of it. He was
wasn't,
just a partner.
Right.
So I'm sure.
That's why I was curious.
Yeah.
I didn't know what happens with this.
I
was wondering.
Well, I'm sure his share of it is going to be deposited to him, and that'll probably be the end of that, unless they want to somehow keep his name attached to it and have somebody else come fill his void. But
Right.
I don't know. I would think for body armor's sake, I would try to keep his name involved in it, just because of how.
That's what I was.
That's what I was saying.
Like,
give it to his wife or his
give it
kids,
to somebody, really, just because I think his name right now is just out of this world right now. I mean, his name is selling like crazy. That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's gone, but the reality of it is everything of his is selling. Like period. So.
And it's delicious.
You could probably write Kobe on a piece of paper and sell it for $500. That's just how ridiculous shit's getting.
What you looking at?
Oh my goodness. Actually, this just came across my thing. Young Jock was caught on camera being a Uber driver.
I seen that.
Yeah.
But he's trying to play this off as he's trying to teach people, but I think he really is a fucking Lyft driver.
Yeah. But even if he's trying to teach it, even if he really is, I think, because like I said, it just came across. Oh man, that's gonna mess with the head of the thing. Even if he is playing it off, or even if he is, I think the value of a honest man working is very underappreciated. And for someone who's made honest money and dirty money, I feel as if the honest money should actually get more praise, because the stuff that I was doing in high school, it was stupid. And right out of high school was stupid, but I needed the cash.
So it was quick money.
But the even kill of being able to say I can go home respectfully, that's just so. It's like it's taken advantage of. Now I get that Young Jock was a multi-platinum artist and he should have XYZ. But even if he does have that and he still wants extra income, what's wrong with getting an honest job? So I think stuff like that, it burns my britches and grinds my gears.
But you gotta think about who it is, though.
That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about Young Jock, who stock has kind of plummeted over the years. And so when you look at like LeBron going in and working at a pizza shop for a day or something or whatever, like, we all know Kobe or LeBron's never going to have to do that.
You never know.
You never know, but I mean, this isn't like a Delonte West situation.
Oh, no.
I mean, I think LeBron's got a little better head on the shoulders.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it can never happen to him, but I mean, he's got the right people in place. I just don't ever see that happen.
I just think
But no, I mean, to come back to your point, though, I mean, it's a valid point, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care who you are. You should never be too proud that you have an honest day at work. I mean, look at Shaq. Shaq, he, for years, was getting clowned on wanting to be a sheriff. Like, yeah, being a sheriff and you're Shaq, like, of course you're going to stand out. But they weren't clowning him about standing out. They were clowning him about going back to school to become a sheriff. Now he has a doctor's degree, and now they have to call him Dr. O'Neal. Who's laughing now?
That's one of the hardest working men in the world.
Yeah, so
he does a lot of stuff.
Jay Spence, what you looking at?
I'm actually, I guess we'll stay on this Kobe topic because I've been really paying attention to really the news and the info that they've come out with the wreck and everything else. But I think what I want to see is how the Lakers are going to honor him on Friday.
Oh yeah, the Lakers-Clippers game.
Is that today or is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yeah.
No, it's not the Lakers-Clippers. It's the Blazers.
Yeah.
Now, I think I sent you a screenshot of how much these tickets are going for. I think the cheapest ticket is like $800 bucks.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They said
everybody's capitalizing on this man's death. That's crazy.
It's sick. That's what I'm just so amazed.
That's why I wanted to ask the memorabilia question.
Yeah, that's why I'm so amazed. Just like he was just saying, like the stock, but Kobe's stock right now, everything,
it's crazy,
and it's boiling over to like Nike and like everybody's profiting off this, and it's a sick thing, like, but it's true. Like this dude is like the benefit of him dying, and it's not a benefit, but people are going to profit off this shit, and that's the realization of the situation. And so for me, I really just want to see how the Lakers are going to come out on Friday and how they're going to honor him. And I mean, I think this is going to be one of the craziest pre-game like games you could ever
get teary-eyed, man, because I'm not gonna lie, I got teary-eyed a couple times watching some of the players. Did you see T-Max and like Shaq on what they just did this past? Man,
I get more upset.
Teary-eyed, man.
I get more upset when they show films of him playing with his daughter. That's sick to me. Yeah. It's just really sick. And yeah, I mean, every time you turn on TV and you listen to an interview or you hear someone talk, they're all crying. Like, and that's why it said for me it's killing the Super Bowl, because there's no like lead up. Usually there's a lead up to the Super Bowl of like talk and like, you know, excitement, like, but there's none of that. There's no talk. There's no, like, this whole Kobe thing has just ruined the Super Bowl week. And not to say that's a bad thing, but it's just, it's so powerful. Like, that's like for all, like, even soccer is like going crazy over this. Like, I've never seen an athlete affect so many sports.
Right.
You know, a retired athlete, that is. I mean, I know he's freshly retired, but how much of an impact he had on everybody, you know, like sport-wide, nationwide, worldwide, like how much impact he had. Like I said, this is the sickest tragedy, I think. I mean, 9/11's a hard one to compare because so many deaths were in that one, but the magnitude of it is just
the effect.
Powerful. Yeah, the ripple is very, very powerful. And you can tell in everybody's face. Even, like, this a regular celebrity, it usually doesn't affect us. But, like, for some reason, this one hit everybody, like, in the right area. Like, just caught everybody.
I know a lot of people were affected on Michael Jackson, but
I was not like this, dude.
Yeah, not like
every time I turn on TV and see Kobe Bryant 1972,
I gotta change the channel. Yeah.
It doesn't resonate. I just can't believe what I'm seeing.
I have to change the channel because I know that they're going to start talking about, like I said, the death of Kobe hit, but what punched me in my mouth was his daughter, man.
Yeah, it's a sad situation. Just for everybody, even their family, like Vanessa and other, like, can't imagine what they're.
Did you guys watch the T-Mac one?
Yeah, I've seen every interview that's been on.
That one hit me. That one hit me, dog.
Yeah.
I can't because T-Mac and Kobe were.
That's the thing. He was just like saying like they were at each other's games, watching their daughters play. Like T-Mac would be rooting for Gigi.
Speaking of
Kobe
that,
would be rooting for T-Mac's daughter. Like
that game, he was flying to that game. You know he was playing. Who he was playing? Do you know who he was playing that day?
Who, T-Mac?
No, Kobe. He was playing Jason Terry.
Really?
Jason Terry, he had called. They actually, a couple of days prior to that, they were with each other watching the game, kind of scouting each other's teams or whatever, and they were talking. And yeah, he was going to play Jason Terry's team on Saturday or Sunday.
You know, I never thought about it, but I'd like to go visit the Mamba Academy.
Yeah.
That might be one of the things on my bucket list.
I think from here on out, I think people may call me crazy, man, but someone's telling me like that Mamba brand is going to blow up, maybe even bigger than Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan's worldwide, but this brand right here has got so much meaning to it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's gone, people are really gonna rock with him like forever now. Like it's just gonna be like you're gonna hear him in the breaths of like, you know, like a Bob Marley or like, you know, like legends, like people that are just living forever. Like he's gonna be like you're gonna think of Kobe like that. Like that's not gonna die.
I think Jordan has to come out with something new.
He won't. He's gonna
But he won't.
He's stuck in his ways.
And that's the thing. Like that's what's going to help Mamba transcend the Jordan brand, because
that's what I'm saying. You put people like LeBron and people that don't know what to do to get it going. Like, and not saying that Kobe didn't have it going, because he did, but it wasn't as powerful
as it's going
now since he's gone. Like everybody's going to be itching to get anything, and I'm like. I think Kobe's got some of the ugliest shoes in the world. I'm not a big Kobe fan of his shoes. I'm really not. Like, I'm not. But people will fucking buy them. Like now they will. They will be out there looking for them. Like, and that's what I'm saying. As ugly as they may be, and maybe to some people they're not, but they're gonna buy them and they're gonna rock them because it's their Kobe's.
Them big moon shoes.
I mean, I thought they were the ugliest damn things in the world. I'm just not a fan of them, but. That was Kobe. He didn't fucking care.
Were they heavy? I never even tried on a pair. Were they heavy?
They're light. Have you ever seen Kevin Durant shoes? They're kind of like that.
I remember what they looked like. I just didn't. I
actually liked Kobe's shoes better when he was with Adidas.
Yeah.
He had some pretty good, like the Crazy 8s.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yeah. I remember those. I think those were his best shoes. Yeah.
Are the ones that people are putting on social media now? Are those just fake? Are those fake or are those real? Like the yellow and purple J's.
Oh, I think those.
I heard somebody say fake news. I saw some people post fake news.
I haven't seen.
You can get those painted or whatever.
Okay,
so,
I didn't know if those were real.
Yeah. So hall pass.
Jay Spam, would you mind taking the first hall pass?
I can. I mean, there's just so many beautiful women out there.
Sure is. Amen. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
I know you gonna say it. I know you gonna say it. I know you gonna say it.
Say it, and I'll tell you if it was gonna be it.
Gabrielle Union.
I do love Gabrielle. She's awesome. Like she really is. Not even from like a sexiness standpoint, but I just think her like personality and everything. I think it's really cool. She's got a sweet fucking. She's just a cool fucking person. Who's the one girl that does the show with Colin Coward? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the Herd.
Wasn't that mine? Was that Jason Taylor's sister?
Oh man,
Wasn't that mine? I think it's Jason Taylor's sister. I can't think of her name.
It probably is.
It might be, but she's bad. She's bad.
Is that the one? That is the one who got into it with Ball, right?
No, that was Jalen Rose's wife.
That's right.
Her fiance.
Yeah.
I forget. She's on first.
It's something Taylor. I'm pretty sure.
That's Jason Taylor.
I can't remember. But
she's nice. Didn't you have her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did have her.
Mm-hmm.
You put her on here before.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in like Gabrielle Union status right now. She's getting more than mentioned once.
Gabrielle Union or Jason Taylor's sister?
No, he's saying they both.
I know. I'm just saying.
Well, either or. If I had a choice.
Gabrielle Union. I already know he's gonna say Gabrielle Union.
I don't know. He's taking his time with this one.
Man, if I had to choose, like, to fuck one, be with one, I'd probably fuck Taylor and probably be with Gabrielle Union, because I think long term Gabrielle Union's got that, you know, like she's got that longevity to her. Like I can see, she's a wifey type. I'm not saying about the other one because I really don't know her like that.
I'm sorry for whoever this offended. I had no parts. No quorums.
I told you to speed up the show.
He sure did.
He sure the fuck did.
Ugly.
Sophie.
Alright. Told you,
just throw it out there, bro.
You just want me to throw it out there?
Throw it out there.
Take my shot. Miss Martha Stewart.
Oh,
trying to see what that.
My goodness.
Trying to see what that breakfast sandwich.
You know what?
Morning,
Did she have like a Tinder or something at one point? Or
hey, I know Snoop had to hit at least once or twice. They spent the night at each other's house. I'm just saying, dog.
That's terrible. All right, 3, you better hurry up before
Green eggs and yam that old thing.
this is getting quite interesting. So you might as well go ahead and
Kobe.
So I'm going to be the only one who has sense. I already said Oprah.
Somebody said over here.
Yeah, I already said Oprah. No, I didn't. I said Gabe. What's her name?
Gabriel Union.
No.
Yeah. High five.
No. Her friend. What's her? I forgot her name. I forgot her name now.
Gabriel Union.
No, it's Gail. The TV. She's a
I think I know
Anchor.
what you're talking about.
But
I'll tell you, else as nice as Gigi's little girl.
I haven't seen her.
His girlfriend.
Oh, from the talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
The
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, she's nice. But my hall pass, since I'm going to be the one who has logic. Holly Mack lifts with a Z. She's and her. I'm sorry. Her personality comes out in her pictures, and when she's at the gym, you can tell that she dedicates herself, and she has a pretty face, and her body is nice.
See a Snapchat thing?
Thank you so much for
Get out of here. Exit.
Thank you so much for joining us this week.
What the?
I'm sorry.
Let's bake some biscuits, baby.
Please subscribe to our YouTube. Mix space it up 513 and follow. You're a fucking idiot. Follow us on Instagram at mixitup.513. And make sure you follow us. Download our podcast or listen to our podcast, whichever one it is. Apple, Spotify,
Google, Snapchat Premium.
Snapchat.
Just search our logo, mix it up. I am Jamar Lee.
You want to give the email?
Oh shit, I forgot about the email. If you have any questions or want to come on the show, make sure you get us at email. Mix it up. No, 513 mix it up at gmail.com. I'm sorry, Shaw got me all
That's
out
all
here.
flustered, huh?
I am Jamar Lee, flanked by
Seymour thing.
what's it? Jungle Justin.
Yeah.
Jungle Justin. On Instagram.
Nothing yet.
And Sobe the Great on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. Peace.
Peace.